Yo. Yeah, dog. They fucking up all this shit. Just fucking up things. Now we gotta do all this extra shit. Hey, you know who I seen with one of those? That nigga Hyro. That nigga Hyro was like, blood, you ain't got a sudden sudden. I forgot what he was calling it. And he was like, yeah, you put the real weed and you could just put the wax anything in there. And it's a pen though.
Oh, you can do wax straight concentrate? Yeah. Niggas will be blitzed.
You know what I'm saying? You put the concentrate at the bottom so when you heat it it won't be on the coil for real. You might have to check it out and see though. Hey, y'all, we got new music. We got new music. We got new intros. How is the volume? We got some work we got to get this morning. We heading over to the hater spot. We gonna go over there and get some work. Dion, Pacific Ring. Whoever they got over there around his weight. Think Chima and somebody else. Somebody who ain't got no fights.
You get some body work or what?
No, Dion is full sparring.
I get in there with y'all today.
Dion is getting full sparring. He's not. Ain't no light shit going on. If he stop a nigga, he stop a nigga. Just off regular work. That's what we work in Andre Ward shit. If you get stopped, because I'm using my jab and shit, then you get stopped. But that'd be the most part. Yeah, we on the Discord. Join the Discord. It's in the chat. So this the shit that's getting on my just really getting into my nervous system, dog.
Hey, if Jamie come in here, let him get in the truck and get the paperwork. The keys on the table.
The fuck, dog. Yeah, like my shit act like it just don't want to work this fucking morning. Like my phone acting tweaky, just a bunch of dumb shit. Get some of this going while I roll this joint, dog. Fucking equipment acting stupid. That's what's taking me so long.
Yeah. Scared of what? Sex in the top bunk. Y'all got me fucked up. 2 chains on and they swing like nunchucks. Since that little shit that happened, nigga, I've been on one.
No music, nigga, let's work.
Scared of what? Sex in the top bunk. Y'all got me fucked up. 2 chains on and they swing like nunchucks. Since that little shit that happened, nigga, I've been on one. Yeah, I got the plug like the Lakers. I get the white gone. If I die today, they bury me with my ice or hold on like a street light, baby. I'm ice cold. Last niggas see me, they both ran like a snotty nose. Up it, then break up with it, dump it and get it gone. This on D&D or I'm shot. Calling when on the phone, shorty want my sauce out the
yeah, baby, we in here.
Want the bone.
Working.
The sauce and the VVS is the name of stone. Nigga, if it's beef, I welcome it all. I ain't ballin' shit. Fuck, I look like sparing y'all. Gold chains clanging, nuts hanging. I'm a dog. Get off my dick. Next exit ain't no more room on my balls. Bitch, I'm raw. I walk in and talk it. You better listen. See me, I'm coming up, and you just gon' come up missing. I ain't finished, cause I'm more militant. I'm a menace. You don't get it. That shit that you talking, nigga, I did it. Cause I just caught them whoopers up. You know they get the
we in here.
If I got my cherry on that, yeah, on me every trip. I ain't heard them yellow candies. I ain't heard a peep. I'm a dog off the leash, out of gelling on the streets. Round of applause.
Rolling up.
Shit. Hundreds all through it, not on the front and the back of it. Index, pinky, thumb, nigga. Yeah, I'm on my actor shit. I love this nigga's baby mama. Guess who about to crack the bitch? Scared of who? Scared of what? Sex in the top bunk. Y'all got me fucked up. 2 chains on, then they swing like nunchucks. Since that little shit that happened, nigga, I've been on one. Scared of who? Scared of what? Sex in the top bunk. Y'all got me fucked up. 2 chains on, then they swing like nunchucks. Since that little shit that happened, nigga, I've been on one.
Yeah, new intro. We in here. Hit the Discord. We in the Discord. You can hear it. The Discord link is in the title. If you want to call in, you can call in on the. You can come in on the Discord. Get your speech on. You know what I'm saying? What y'all want to holler about? What y'all hollering about today? Nobody taking a banana, wreak havoc. Ain't nobody stupid. See, this is the nigga Tio think he's setting niggas up. He ready to really work now because he got a real coach. So like he and it's gonna be different because he's actually speaking Spanish. He's a Spanish speaking Honduran. So what's good with Wise How? We in here about to roll up something. About to roll up. And then we're gonna be talking boxing. Cause we about to hit the gym in a minute. We about to hit the gym in a little bit. What y'all got going? Hit that cash shot. Quez said almost had to splash my coworker with that TheraBreath too early. Yeah, bro. Like you gotta get that together. Matter of fact, let me get my peppermints. You gotta have them mints on deck. Let me get my mints. You feel me? Says, hey, shit, well, let's talk about it. Since you starting it off, let's talk about it. What you want to talk about? Yeah, we ain't here just working this morning. We waiting on Dion to hit me up when he at the bar so we could get over to the gym for some sparring. Listen, life is unknown because life is with the Creator first and foremost. Life is not living. You're living your life. You get what I'm saying? You're living your life out into the objective realm. If you want to talk about the science of the hologramic reality, the reason why everybody's starting to realize that now is because you can't see an atom. You only see atoms when they combine together and make up your objective reality, but you're supposed to be able to control the atoms and the essence. So that you could form your reality from your mind. It's called gene manipulation. It's called gene manipulation. It's called gene manipulation. What's up with J-Man? We on the Discord too. We're going to put the Discord in the chat so y'all can get up in here. Pause. That's the Discord if you want to call in. Speech, talk your talk. You want to call in, talk about what's going on in life, ask some questions. I breaks down anything. That's the thing. I will break down anything and give you some bars. You know what I mean? It's easy to break down once you know somebody's birthday. Like once you know their birthday and their life number, then you know they got to be on that. You got to be on it. You know what I'm saying? Once you start breaking down, everything is math. Why? Because atoms on the periodic table have numbers. So everything is a number, like a codex. That's why I was seeing some folks was on some DMT and they were looking through a refracted laser into another dimension, and then they could see the coding. Like they could see the coding of the atoms, so they claim. But when you do get on certain types of micro doses of synthetics, you know, they do enhance the inner vision of the brain. That's why they're supposed to be micro dosed so that you can actually get somewhere. Unfortunately, I do not agree with Bomac all the way, saying he's a basic fighter. I don't agree with him all the way saying that. Even though he has multiple fighters, made multiple world champions. Because people say that about me. And if you want to see the unbasic part, then you have to pull that out. Other than that, this is how I literally teach boxing. If you don't have to do anything else, because this nigga can't get past the jab, then why am I gonna do anything else? It's just basic boxing, dog. If I can't get past the initial jab when we're boxing, then why would I be wasting my energy doing anything else? That's why I teach people to neutralize people with the jab. So that way they can see what needs to be done right when someone gets tired. Like those are the basics. I know what Bomac is saying, but that is not totally true. And he'll notice that when it's time for Keyshawn to fight, Gervonta, he'll see like, oh no, Well, dude ain't that basic, because if he was basic, he wouldn't be doing these things. So if Bomac saying cuz is basic, I can't totally agree with that, because Gervonta is far from basic. That's how he knocked out Leo Santa Cruz. That wasn't a basic knockout. He was standing in a conventional stance and shot a elite uppercut, which is a 5 from the conventional stance of the right hand, and he's a left-hander. Get what I'm saying? That is not basic, my nigga. Against a 3-time world champion, even though he's a smaller fighter coming up, that is not a basic move. That's not basic. You see what I'm saying? That's actually an advanced move, because you're not even at hand. So no, I can't totally agree with that, because I have my own eyes and my own expertise. And that's why he's saying it's not that Tank is basic. The guys he's fighting are basic, and they have no nuances to stay inside. And that's his trap. That's Tank's trap right there. Make you think that. Like that's why I was saying what I was saying. Like, you can't always go off the film. You have to really look at the opponent and who he's fighting. Today is a day for a testing of peace, I see. Today is one of them days. Today is definitely one of them days, dog, where my peace is just constantly going to be tested. I see it now. Me rolling this joint and all the dumb shit that's happening while I'm doing it. It's just little simple dumb shit. It starts simple with me. Starts very simple, dog. So yeah, dog. I didn't totally agree with what Bomac was talking about. You know what I mean? I've seen Gervonta myself. Somebody just came in the Discord. My man Italian Stallion is in here. Shout out to my man Italian Stallion. You got any questions, let them fly. Yeah, I didn't agree with Bomac saying that Gervonta is basic. Basic is not the same as one-dimensional. You know what I mean? So you got to really just take a look at what you're looking at. You know what I'm saying? You really got to understand what you're looking at. Because that's what's going to decide the basis of the basic ability you think the man has. When you watch him fight, how would you say the guy's basic when he's coming forward, knocking people out in spectacular fashion by setting them up with shots after breaking their bodies down? That's all I'm saying. I'm just questioning Bomac's, thing, so I can learn more. It's too bad these niggas is not real coaches. They don't get it. Like, they don't get it. So, you got to understand that part first. Like, you don't just do what you want in there. So, Keyshawn is gonna have a hard fighter against Gervonta because he don't have no inside work. So according to Bomac, he in his mind, he's just gonna box the man. That is not it. When you're in there dealing with Gervonta Tank Davis, thinking you're just gonna box him, that's not it. Like that be the thing. Like boxing is just not moving backwards. It's not. So that's the part where sometimes people they don't understand you could box somebody going forward, putting pressure. Boxing is boxing. Canelo be boxing people's ears off. At the end of the day, if you're performing the hit and not get hit, you're boxing. So you got to be very careful in that zone. Very, very, very careful, dog. So him thinking because it's basic, shit, I've seen a lot of basic fighters beat fighters by doing too much too early. So you just gotta, if you simply take your prejudice out of what you like and just study boxing as a whole, you will understand why Gervonta Davis is a hard fight for anybody walking around at that weight, whether it be Keyshawn, whether it be Shakur, whether it be anybody, because he's been punching for a while now. Y'all see that video when he was a kid and he hit somebody with the left hand down the pipe? That's when you knew then. Little kids don't even feel pain, dog. They do, but they don't. Like they shrug off pain with the greatest of ease at that age. For him to even listen, when he hit that child in the mouth and the child just walked away, like that's when I said, oh no, he really punching. He's not like a joke puncher. That's when you know, oh man, no, he always been doing that. And that's when you can't really, that's when there's nothing to really say or do. Cuz always been doing that. He always been knocking folks out. Like always hurting kids, always. That's when you know. It's the same with Tyson. If he's always been a heavier guy, according to the amateurs, then you know he was the heaviest of the kids then. And you don't like, it's for real, it'd be the child's natural weight. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I wouldn't say that T.O. versus Boots. Quiz said it's a never-ending story with the sweet science. No day is the same, and you have different styles inside you already. Every style. Quiz also said, I know why dudes ducking cuz before this era, everybody who ain't involved got they pack busted. Of course. J Man said real boxing over here. Who is this? Jay Wells said T.O. versus Boots. I got T.O. Boxing for life say, how do you have Canelo versus Crawford playing out? Canelo versus Crawford will be will be Canelo walking down Bud not being able to hurt him because Canelo's defense is too good, and then the shots are too heavy and Bud starts to slow down. And if Bud get hit with anything clean, he gonna hit the canvas. Like he's really gonna feel a difference in power when he in there with 10s on. Far as T.O. and Boots, I'm going with T.O. because he's going to have better fundamentals working with Eddie Reynoso. Boots' fundamentals are doo-doo trash. Doo-doo. Trash fundies. And he don't practice real technique in training. Like, watch his training. He just hitting the body protector. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's not nothing, bro. You're not doing anything. It's 1-2, hook, 7. It's placing punches. You're just throwing anything to a large target. It does not work like that. Then when you take T.O., they're hitting the circle pad. They're rolling under. They're dialing in the technique. They're dialing in the technique. As Dion. Yeah, you dialing in that technique let you know like what's going on. And T.O. is dialing in that technique, dog. He dialing it in. He dialing in that technique. One day at a time. Why is this not pulling for real? Remember, prospect Antoine Douglas at 54 was about 6 foot coming off his. Yup. A hole in my drum. Yeah, I do remember Cuz. Cuz was having mad problems in there. Italian Stallion, you still there? Italian Stallion, my man. Italian Stallion is in the building on the Discord. If y'all want to come in. The thing is with the we're gonna just listen, you don't learn boxing training like an amateur, bro. Professionally. It's not a thing. You don't learn professional boxing training like an amateur. And that's what I'll be trying to get to understand these guys. Like, they be thinking they know professional boxing. And I'm like, no. I'm a professional boxing coach. It's a difference. I work professional corners, multiple. I've walked Al Dwayne. He's from Richmond. Aaron Coley. Oh, not Aaron Coley. Well, damn, you can never say Aaron Coley. Lamont Quarterman. Miguel Lopez. Martin Rodriguez. I've worked several corners, bro. Like sparring, professional fights. I've been in there, buddy. That's what I was pulling now. I had to stuff it a little tighter. Pause. You got to really stuff in. It's too much airflow. It says, can you explain the difference? My man Joe Breezy's in here. Joe Breezy, we got the Discord going. Let me put it in the chat again. No, if you want to ask a question from now on, you got to go into the Discord too. We putting it on here. Invite a friend, copy link. You can ask yourself. Here we go. About to put the Discord in the joint. We only gonna be on here for this, just about joining the Discord today. No, amateur skills are for amateurs. Professional skills are for pros. It's two different leagues. It's two different leagues, buddy. That's why I don't think. Jump in the Discord and ask the question. I'm about to stop answering questions on the chat. You're going to have to hop in the Discord. You're going to have to hop in the Discord, the voice Discord I got going right now. Just put the link in the chat. Hop in there. Join in there, John. Come back, do whatever. But if you want to ask a question, you have to come into the Discord. Now this John pulling like crazy. Just pulling. It says, hey, listen, bro. I got rules for my channel. My channel, we not into belief. We on the circadian rhythm of the supreme being. Barred you up. Bars. Hold on. We ain't on here long. I just said that. It's two leagues. You see the GOAT? Chivo. Listen, one league has a headgear on, the other league has no headgear, no shirt. Why will you think they the same league, bro? That's not the same fucking league. Y'all keep asking me the same dumbass question. Who in that truck? Don't get your ass shot. What's up, Yo, you good? Aaron told me the keys is on the joint if you need them. Yeah, these two different fucking leagues. Excuse my language.
Hey, Knight. Is this Knight?
Yeah. They two leagues, bro. You got a league where there's a headgear on with a shirt on. No, you ain't got to whisper this. We do live shit.
Oh, where the key at?
He said he left the keys on the joint.
Right here?
Yeah. On the table. Right here. Yeah, I think this is the key. No, he said he was leaving the key somewhere.
What kind of weed you got?
Oh, it's in the joint. You want to hit it?
No, nigga, I just want something to take home. I begs. You know, I begs for weed. Nigga, I get what I want.
Yeah.
Now I'm fucking with you.
No, do your thing, Yeah, you the This is the see. I come up under that system. You got to get the shit up. It's the dudes. I bought that. No, bro, what the fuck is you showing me?
I'm showing you what I got.
Hey, blood, you get what you want.
Podcast?
Yeah.
They go the key right here.
Yeah, there you go on that table. Yeah, I podcast. They niggas pay me. We in the, yeah. Hey, Joe Breezy, ask your question. What you got to say, Joe Breezy? They can hear you. Speak up. Joe Breezy, you got to speak up. You was in the Discord, blood. What you doing? Joe Breezy sent a text. Hold on, Joe Breezy. Yo, Hamza, we just chilling, bro. Good morning. Steve Nelson was a late starter, 22-23, I believe. but came up around Bud, always had experience. This is Italian Stallion. He said experienced bodies to develop off. He said Frank was only a back foot fighter. Tank was bound to eventually catch him, and he did. Italian Stallion got mad. Oh no, that's today. All right. Joe Breezy, you was in the Discord, bro. What happened? Come back, my G. But yeah, if you want to ask a question, you hop in the Discord. What's good, Miles Austin, TBV? You already know. You know what we do. We TBV too. Hallett is in the building. You got a question, Hallett? Hallett ain't got, Khaled ain't got, my bad. I keep calling my man Hallett. I'm so used to reading the original length. My man Khalid.
Bro, you hear me, bro? I mean, Hamza, you hear me? My bad. You hear me?
You know, I hear you, blood. We hear you.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, I just hopped on. I just clicked in on the voice, John. So, what's the topic you talking about? We just kicking it on the boxing tip?
Yeah, we just kicking it because right now we talking about we just niggas is asking about T.O. and Boots and Canelo and Crawford.
Oh yeah, that's what I want to talk about. Canelo,
No, blood, I'm just breaking down the science, bro. Due to how they fight and how fights have happened of this magnitude in the past. That's what this and this listen, there's rules to the channel. Make sure you on mute if you got a little background, Joe. Thanks for coming in the Discord. Look, the rule, I don't think on this bitch. We not on this bitch to think. We not on this bitch to believe. We are on this bitch to know and to observe objective reality. What actually happens so we can all learn. All right. So this is what we doing. Shout out to Miles Austin in this bitch. Listen, everything we doing is inside of a woman. That's just how the spirituality works. Number 9 on the chart. I teach from the chart. As you can see, number 9 is Al Set, Isis. That's the womb of the Supreme Being. The Supreme Being got women. It got Ma'at, which is law, Heteru, which is the imagination of the Supreme Being, and the womb. So these things go on in your body, which is the feminine energy of you, but then there's other entities involved. Out of the 9 entities, 3 are women and 6 are masculine. But they're fit on the feminine side, and then there's a masculine side. You must mesh those two together so you can know boxing. That's what we here to do. And we just here just getting the Discord going real quick. You know what I mean? So go ahead and ask your question, but we here to know boxing. We're not in belief because we could just see what's going on. So now go ahead and cook, Khaled.
Hey, yo, why do you think that, well, you don't think, why do you know that Canelo and Bud isn't a competitive fight? Because ever since Bud beat the shit out of Earl Spence, mugs think that that's a competitive fight. Some people have Terence Crawford outboxing Canelo or some nonsense like that. So just from the technical aspect, why is that not a competitive fight, and why does a Canelo really walk through him? Like, and it's really an easy fight. Like, it's really easy work. Why is that?
Now I'm gonna say this so you can understand every level of what I'm saying, because as above, so below. I'm not saying the fight with Crawford is easy because he's skillful. What I am saying that due to Canelo's skill set and his weight, it makes it easier for Canelo. Yes, it will be a competitive fight because Bud has speed, head movement. He has the ability to be on the inside. He can catch punches. He can fight left and right-handed. That means, and listen, due to the biochemical makeup of your body, if you left-handed, that means you use the right hemisphere of your brain better than other people. And if you right-handed, that means you use the masculine side of your brain. Now, listen, LeBron James is left-handed naturally. He writes with his left hand. I write with my left hand and throw a football. But when I used to hoop, I hoop right-handed and I box left-handed. I got power in each hand. So that makes it a competitive fight biochemically and scientifically. Remember, the Latin root word of the science is siete, which means to know. It's not a fucking guess. And I don't mean that. Yeah, all right. I don't mean that disrespectfully. I mean that in its purest essence of the supreme being. But what Canelo has is he's master head movement and walking forward against. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. He has an ability to walk forward against taller guys. Biochemically means your DNA, Cortland Mook, like your DNA, bro. Gene manipulation. When you visualize yourself winning and doing something, you're using your body, which is the heaven, the mind, and then you're visualizing yourself doing the mental reps. If you know the medu neter, like you know your medu oblongata, it responds to sound in the hippocampus of your brain. You will know that your spirit doesn't know the difference between objective reality, you hear me knocking, and imagination, which is mental or spirituality, which has always been the same on this channel. So your spirit just think you doing it, even when you watching it. But then faith without work is dead. So that's why I always say it's about knowing, and knowing is mean experience. So yeah, biochemically, mean you gotta put in the work, sweat out the toxins, lose the weight. Like you're chemically changing your makeup into a boxer. What are we talking about? Boxing, I know this is a lot of information, but this is how I teach to let niggas know it's deeper than rap. They ain't calling me Chivo for no reason. I put in the work. So when you take like listen, if it's not working for Bud left-handed, he could try right-handed. Listen, that makes a difference for Canelo. He know what to do against a left-handed fighter. He's gonna do the same thing. He's gonna walk your ass down. Now, when he's walking you down, you have to be able to hit something. But he bending at the waist and slipping. And remember, it's a 12-round fight. And Floyd Mayweather Sr. say, after the 4th round, you know they slow down. So if they slow down after the 4th round, those are bars. That's an actual bar. Slow down after the 4th round. That's an actual, what known as a rhythmic bar in music. That is an actual bar. That was one bar.
Hey, yo, King, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yo, and Canelo throwing hot shit from round 1 to round 12 too, and that's gonna be trouble for somebody like Bud, whose defense is good, but he's been known to get hit by, lesser punchers than Canelo at smaller weights. So I'm kind of in agreement with the overall consensus, which is that might be a little bit too much for Bud. Bit off a little bit more than he can chew, but I do agree that it's a competitive fight for at least for the first half, because Bud does have a good boxing IQ, good head movement, good footwork. It's just, I think Bud gets a little bit prideful at times, and he wants to make fights maybe a little more exciting than what need be.
Hold on. I didn't mean to cut you off. I just want to ask a quick question. If that was the case, then why didn't he excite us there for that Madrimon fight and stop cuz?
I think that dude, his awkwardness and his movement was it gave Bud more trouble than what we would like to accept, being that we all believe that Bud is the best fighter in the world. We think that he's just supposed to walk through everybody and beat everybody up. But as you know, as being a boxer, sometimes the person in front of you ain't gonna cooperate as far as what they're doing to allow you to do what you do.
Facts.
Being a complete fighter like Bud is, like Canelo is, they're going to go to what their normal plan A, plan B is. sometimes playing C and playing D
This is my man
might
Joe
be less
Breezy.
effective than what A and B was. So you might have abandoned A and B. I thought, me personally, I thought Bud should have stepped to dude and fought him on the inside more than what he did. He kept letting dude dictate the distance, and he was jumping in and catching Bud with that right hand over and over and over and over. And Bud didn't adapt to it. I thought he should have stepped to him to decrease that distance so he wasn't able to land that shot over and over and over. He just fought my man on the inside. So I just think it was a tough night at the office. And sometimes that's going to happen at the elite levels. The name might not match up to give him that trouble. People would have assumed that the Errol Spence fight would have been that.
Hey, you keep talking that shit. You keep talking that shit.
Sometimes I think that's just how it goes when you're in boxing. When you're in high level boxing, styles make fights, and I think Bud, his camp. I can't really. King, I listen to fights with no sound. You know what I'm saying? I will unmute it during the corner so I can hear corner instructions, but I don't. But sometimes you can miss those because even though I might unmute it in the middle of the round, that don't mean the cameras is gonna go over there so you can hear what they're saying. So I can't speak to what advice Bomac was giving them, but from what I've seen, they walked in there with the wrong game plan. But then once again, this is where the actual fighter IQ has to come in place. That shit that he was doing early in the rounds, that was a competitive fight from round 1 to round 12. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't have dude winning the fight. I had Bud winning the fight, but if anybody said, hey, 7-5, you know, 6-5 in the swing
was good, y'all.
Even 8-4.
This is my man Joe Breezy.
I'm
in the
cool
Discord.
That,
the Discord is in the chat.
But I don't mean to jump off of that, but I got a question for you. And
go ahead, Cook.
I got yeah. What do you think is the toughest transition for amateur fighters to make going into the professionals? Because oftentimes we see a lot of the Cuban fighters are a prime example of this. They still fight amateur, meaning they just want to build points. They're not really sit down. I think the best example that we can see in recent memory was that Erislandy Lara fought Canelo. A lot of people think Lara won that fight. Now, I do think that fight was competitive, but I think one guy fought like a professional, the other guy fought like an amateur. Can you speak to that?
Yes, I can. And this is why this channel is going to be different. It's about real boxing. This is the problem. In the amateurs, it was based on points at one time, so it was just about hurry up and touching somebody. And they still wasn't even touching people with the right by turning their punches over. They was slapping and shit. The biggest transition from the amateurs to the pros is inside work, medium range, fighting going forward, and defense. That is the biggest thing. Being able to defend. Why do I say that? Because when I look at all the all-time greats, they all had a certain level of head movement. It didn't matter what and another thing too is now in the amateurs, they wear headgear. Back then, they didn't wear headgears in the amateurs. So everybody had to have defense. You had to have some type of head movement in your defense. You could just look this shit up. That's why Emmanuel Stewart was so good as, just put it like this. If I go to the national championship in the amateurs and we're fighting 3 3-minute rounds or 4 2-minute rounds and we ain't got no headgear, I'm a pro for real. Even though I got on the shirt, there's no headgear on. That means you can get stopped in there. You feel a dig me. Are you comprehending and understanding the laws of the sweet science coined by Pierce Egan 1813 in the London bare knuckle boxing scene? Yes, those are the facts. Like, you gotta think that headgear off makes the difference, bro. Hit my cash app. The
Absolutely. I got another question for you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
In regards to Tank Davis, right? If we were to believe him at his word, right? And I know boxers retiring, especially when they retire young, it's a real funny situation. But if we are to believe him that he's walking away at the end of 25, if there is no Shakur, there is no Devin, there is no Teofimo, and I'm bringing these guys up because they are his peers name-wise, right? If he walks out without fighting them, what will his legacy be? Because I think it's the one thing that nobody can debate. You can feel whoever he wants to feel wins the fight. I think the one thing that we cannot debate on is that he is the A side to all of those fighters. And historically, just historically in boxing, whenever the A side has not fought someone or stalled fighting someone, the A side always got blamed because they're the ones that send the contracts. The other people don't send them contracts. And repeatedly, Leonard Ellaby has been on YouTube saying, you know, get in line. They coined PBC fighters coined that term, other side of the street or whatever. And from what I'm to believe and hearing is that Shakur didn't only want to fight Tank, he wanted to come to that side of the street and sign with PBC. They turned him down. So my question is, if they are to not be on his resume, excuse me, that's my 1-year-old, my bad.
You good, champ?
If they're not, if those names ain't on his resume when he retires, if he stays retired, what will his legacy be as a fighter?
That's a very simple question. His legacy will be known as a knockout artist prize fighter. Like, remember, it's still prize fighting. Some people are for legacy. Some people are into the prize. They want the biggest prize. And that's just a part of the science of it, bro. Like, put it like this. It was a guy named Satterfield from back in the day. His mentality was, and listen, we're not going to be on here long. Dion got sparring today. We'll come back and cook after sparring about 1 or 2. You know what I mean? We'll come back. We just wanted to get y'all introduced to the Discord. You know what I mean? Hit the Cash App. But the thing is, some people are just into money and some people into belts. The guy Satterfield was like, hey, listen, I look at boxing like I'm going to get knocked out or I'm going to knock you out. And he was knocking some people out and he was getting knocked out. And he was just coming right back, dog, working with you. And I mean, like, really working. Not like his technique was attrition. Hard shot. He was a black dude, hard shot. Yum, combinations. It's old school. Like, old school work was really different. Like, some guys would just be coming out working, throwing non-stop shots off rip the whole 15. Like Rocky, like y'all never really seen Rocky Marciano. I know because he get a bad rep for not being technically sound, but I'm telling you, the nigga used to throw non-stop punches, bro. He on your ass non-stop like Sean Porter, but hitting hard though. Like, listen, and getting sat down, getting back up. He used to run in 10 and 12 mile run 10 and 12 miles, hit the heavy bag for 3 hours, bro. Like, some people got technique in that. Those type of things is what it is. So, like, that's the thing. Some guy like Tank, his thing is prize fighting. He just want to make money, make sure his people good. He'll just be known as a prize fighter. That's it. You know what I mean? I at some point, guys got to just stop worried about what they doing and worried about their prizes. If Tank, you'll know if they really want to get to work with you when it's time to work. But like, I think Tank's frustration comes in, and then you could cook, Khaled. You could cook. I think Tank's frustration comes in is when he actually offered a contract up and try to get in a verbal negotiation. The guys just back out kind of on him because they don't want to get knocked out. Like, you could say what you want, but at the end of the day, you sparring, you don't, with them gloves on, you don't want to get knocked out. At the end of the day, I'm just going to bring it down to real boxing. Like, you're going to get slept. So do you want that?
That's a fact, bro. Dudes really don't be wanting to get knocked out. Dudes, especially in the social media era, dudes not trying to be mean. Dudes not trying to go viral. Dudes just be talking on the internet with their chains on. But my question is, what's the fight? My bad, I'm in the bathroom. Hold on, let me.
No, this is real life cookage.
Okay, yeah. What's the fight that I can look at with Terrence Crawford for the inside work? Because I look at like a lot of Mr. Alvarez fights. I seen him work on that inside. I seen him do all ranges. I like inside, mid range, inside work. I haven't seen no fight with Bud getting there on that inside. I just want to look at the fight so I can know, because you just said he can do it. But I just want to see the fight. Like, what's the fight I can go look at?
You could watch a little bit of the Igis Kavalauskas fight. It's in spots, because once Bud start hitting you, niggas don't be on the inside no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, and all them weight classes he was at, once you could watch the Spence fight, like, you gonna see. But like, when I notice when Bud be fighting, well, damn, you will have to watch the Jose Benavidez fight, because Jose Benavidez couldn't move on his leg like he want to for real. So like, Bud would just be standing right there working with him and coming at, and that's how I end up stopping him. You might see a little bit in the Jeff Horn fight, because he like to come forward a little and move around. But once Bud start punching on you, you come up out of there. Like, you start moving backwards. Don't nobody be really trying, and that's why the Canelo fight gonna be different, because Canelo gonna be coming forward, and Bud not gonna be landing them punches solidly, like body shots, and trying to hit the head of Canelo is almost impossible, bro. At this level, like, it's almost impossible, bro. Why you think he's able to go up in weight class, only be 5'8.5" 5'9"? You know what I mean? His body mass, stocky, strong. You see, he 166. You know what I mean? Every fight he coming in 166, damn near. So that means he really not that big for real, and he really smoking you. It's because his defense. He know how to catch punches on the inside. He know how to break you down. It's raining pretty hard outside. He know how to break you down, dog. He really do. He ain't get beat up by Beaver. I did a film study on it. Both of their defenses in the Bivol fight was too good, because Canelo was never hurt. It's just that Bivol would throw flurries, and Canelo fight with his hands down, so some of the residual damage do hit you. But he was never really hit clean. And Bivol's high guard defense, catching punches, is with some of the best shit I've ever seen in my life. Like, if you really want to see a good high guard like defense, when somebody's a puncher and knowing how to catch punches, and see, that's the thing. When Beterbiev fought Bivol can see, once he throw the combination, how to break out the waist and shoot an up jab through that high guard, and that's what hurt Bivol. That's what Canelo got to do. He got to shoot his shot with his hand a certain way between the high guard defense. It's like an up jab. It's like you throw the shot in a sawing motion, like you will be sawing wood with a saw. And you jab that way, and you break to the side, not to the inside like you slipping a jab, but to the other side, and you shoot that joint up through the shot like that, like you will be sawing something in the air. And you will split right through his high guard, bang, hit him. That's going, and then you come around the guard after that. You like, whop, you shoot it up jab, and then through the. So it will be an up jab with the 4, which is the right hook. That'll clean somebody's clock. Then you throw the 8 after that. No, you throw the 4, then you go to the body, then you throw the 8, because he's gonna be trying to circle and get up out of there.
Hey, King, I got a question for you.
Yep, go ahead.
Well, first off, let me see if you agree on this with me. When you have guys that are knockout artists, punchers, we'll say somebody, the last guy that came to recent memory was Sergey Kovalev, right? He was running through everybody. Never really on the back foot until I believe Andre Ward, not Andre Ward, who was the Cuban brother that had the conch in his hair that ended up knocking him out? Can't remember his name on the tip of my head, but usually when guys like that, when they get hurt, they do not know what to do. They do not know how to respond. And my opinion is that is faulty training.
I wouldn't say it's faulty training.
There should be an aspect of your training where you try to control the crisis. It can't just be I'm hitting bags and I'm knocking out my sparring partners and I'm hitting the mitts, and because that's not how the fight's always going to go.
No, that's a fact.
If you are a coach, how would you teach? I mean, because fighters do get their bell rung, hurt in sparring, but you can't really simulate that. You know what I'm saying? So if you are a coach, how would you prepare a fighter for when the day comes and the lights are on and he's hurt? That's obviously a lot of these dudes get hurt. Good fighters get hurt and they look like they're a fucking fish out of water. So how would you as a coach prepare your fighter for something like that without having your fighter actually be hurt in sparring?
Well, first, if you're getting some good sparring, you're gonna get run, and you're gonna get hurt one time in sparring. Like, there's just no way. Like, unless you I've been hurt in sparring, but I've never been drunk. Like, I've been hurt to where I'm like, damn, that was a good shot. He rung me. Like, and I've been hurt to the body twice. Like, where I've been let out a noise, like, ah. Like, that shit is.
Keith Thurman used to look hurt to the body like he ain't never felt that before.
No, because some people never felt it, like, in sparring. Like, and and this is the thing why I say the biggest difference from the amateurs to the pros is tutelage. You don't just do what you want. There's rules to breathing. It's called psychology. Psychos means spirit, spirit means breath. You go to the Bible, it said that God needs his breath back. That go back. So, like, it's rules to everything. When somebody hurts you to the body, you smother them. You protect your body. You go into your defense. You relax. You do something. You feint them. You go for a walk. You get your breath. Like, it's just simple. Like, I've been hurt to the body in sparring and was able to weather the storm. If I don't spar, if I ain't did no body work in a while, nigga hurt me to the body. Like, I've been hurt to the body in sparring so much. Like, that's the thing. At some point, you will get hurt to the body. You be so used to it, you know how to weather the storm. You just be breathing like, damn, good shot. And you be like, I heard Willie Nelson to the body, and he huge. He couldn't even talk in the corner. And he was like, hey, bro, when we got done, he was like, Troy, I got the plan, and I tried to hop in. And I remember because when he hopped in, I threw a 2-5 to his ribs. And because he's so tall, I just hit what was in front of me. And he hopped right into it. And I went, and I threw it quick. And he went back to the corner, and Brian Schwartz was like, so look, this is what I need you to do next round. And he was like, and he was like, he couldn't talk. And Brian was like, blood, what's wrong with you? And he was like, he hit me with a body shot. I He was like, all right, just breathe, motherfucking listen to me. He was like, I can't, this shit hurt. I can't knock all the, and that's when I understood, like, oh shit, like sometimes they'll neutralize you and you gotta know how to weather it. That's done in sparring. And then you really go over a play. Listen, if you get hurt, you have to find a rope, grab it, be able to hold you up, get your bearings together. Take a deep breath. Keep your hands up good. Try to tie the man up. Use the stiff arm. Weather the storm. If your leg's gone, you got to be on the rope a certain way to let them hold you. And you got to be moving your head so that they don't keep hitting you. The person who's supposed to be stopping you go start going to your guts. That's why I always say the shell is good because you could block your body and tuck your shoulder and somebody got to come over top. Fighting behind the shoulder is hard to hurt someone because when you hurt them, they can get behind the shoulder and do certain things to where they neutralize you and you can't do anything. And that's basically what it is. What time is it? Yeah, but we're gonna be we'll be back. I'm about to get ready. I gotta go train my guy Dion. Thanks for everybody joining the Discord, asking the questions, hit the cash apps. We about to go get some sparring, and then we're gonna come back, set up another live, and get it cooking again. And I'll tell you what we went over in sparring today. Y'all have a good one. Hey, y'all, one of y'all self, hit my cash app. I'm in Hotep.